Someone asked me yesterday, what's the hardest part about having a band in your 30s? And I'll tell you, the hardest part is money. Working on my own music was a couple $1,000s to get into a studio. Keep in mind that I don't make any money doing any of this stuff. I don't make money from Ever Forthright. I don't make money from my own music. Yeah, it's a few grand to get into a studio. It's a few grand to do music videos. It's a bunch of time to do editing if that's something that you decide to do on your own. It's a bunch of time to do social media. Sometimes that could be money as well. So yeah, the answer is the hardest part about having a band or being an artist in your 30s is money. And if you're trying to do this while living on your own, if you don't have like the luxury of living somewhere where you don't have to pay for rent or a mortgage or something, that'll make things a lot easier. But it makes me think about I wonder what people think my day-to-day is like. I get asked all the time, when's Ever Forthright coming out? When is it happening? What's taking so long? What took you guys so long? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Money, lots of things, honestly, but money is a big part of it, and money is a big reason why it's not coming out sooner. And we put a lot of money into this one. This is more money spent on production than obviously the first one, and a lot of money spent on music videos. And look, I actually just heard a story about a band that I'm not going to name that doesn't exist anymore, who was doing really, really well 5, 6, 7 years ago, and they are gone now. They were in the vein of Polyphia, I guess I'll say, but a little bit more California-y. And I'm assuming they wrote a lot of that music when they had the luxury of living at home with parents, and the money that they did make could go directly to their band. But apparently they also signed a really bad record deal, and so now here they are years later, and money is probably much more important to them now than it was back then. And they were kids, and they signed a record deal when they were kids, and now they're kind of fucked. So that sucks for them. And Ever Forthright never signed anything, so we never took anyone else's money, which is in part why. Well, it's a big reason why the first album looks and sounds the way it does. I've ranted about this in the past, but we were just a couple of kids with zero connections writing that stuff. Had no extra money to throw at that thing. Pretty sure when we started working on it, Billy was still working at CVS. And I pretty much didn't have a job until my mid-20s, so yeah. And now more than a decade later, we're working on a second one, and it's a fortune, and we still don't have any. We didn't take anyone's money for this one either. So all the marketing stuff, all the music videos, all the production, this is thousands and thousands of dollars that we pretty much can't expect to ever see back. I posted something the other day on my Instagram. The tiny pocket in your jeans is the pocket meant for your Spotify royalties, and that's pretty much true. And I'm too old to be selling t-shirts. I'm not interested in selling t-shirts. If someone else in the band wants to do that, go for it. But I'm not interested in that. I just want to play and write music. Which is why you're not going to find shirts for my solo project stuff either. I'm just not interested. So there you go. Hardest part about having a band in your 30s is the money.